Welcome back to Wine, Whiskey, and Words, the podcast where we drink boldly, talk loudly, and overthink just about everything. I'm Brad, your host, wine enthusiast, music addict, and someone who believes every good conversation starts with a strong opinion and ends with, hold on, I need to walk that back. And as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Daniel, a genuinely intelligent man who has read the article, skimmed three others, watched half a YouTube breakdown, and still somehow arrived at the most unexpected conclusion possible.
And probably wrong.
He's the whiskey to my wine, complex, occasionally smooth, and just chaotic enough to make you question your choices. He will cite studies, mispronounce at least one director's name, and confidently explain why a movie made him emotional purely from a narrative structure standpoint. Together, we've tackled life's most important questions like which comedians are true legends and which ones are just coasting on confidence and good lighting. How to survive coworkers who think self-awareness is a personality flaw. How to care for aging parents while realizing in real time that adulthood is a scam. And whether cruising is a relaxing vacation or a floating sociology experiment with unlimited shrimp. But today, since it's February, we're talking romance. Specifically, our favorite romantic movies, the films that made us believe in love, question our emotional maturity, or say things like, this is unrealistic, while being fully emotionally invested. We're breaking down which romantic movies actually hold up, and which ones fall apart the second Daniel starts diagramming character motivation. What these movies taught us about love, communication, and the danger of unresolved tension. The films that wrecked us emotionally, and the ones Daniel insists are quietly devastating if you pay attention. And why romantic movies either leave you hopeful or convince you to stare at the ceiling and think about past decisions. Whether you're When Harry Met Sally romantic, a Titanic crier, a Before Sunrise overthinker, or someone who claims to hate rom-coms but can somehow quote Love Actually verbatim, this episode has something for you. So grab a glass, romanticize your life just a little, and join us as we celebrate love, heartbreak, and movies that taught us emotional vulnerability usually arrives with a swelling score and a long pause. This is Wine, Whiskey, and Words, where the pours are heavy, the conversations are thoughtful, and Daniel is absolutely about to overanalyze just about everything.
Pretty much. That's an accurate description, Brad. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
All right. What are we drinking, Brad?
We're drinking wine.
What kind of wine?
So this is a Napa Cab. Once again, it's another one that I got from Wine Spies. This one is a Napa Cabernet from the Llewellyn Vineyard from Chris Pratt Winery. Not that Chris Pratt.
Oh.
Different Chris Pratt. So
the name of it is I Said Goddamn.
It is, and I picked this one because you can see the face on her. Yeah,
it's got a great bottle. Like
yeah.
It's like a CD cover with a very dramatic face.
Yeah,
and she has a tattoo that says I said goddamn.
So it's really interesting. The price on this one, the bottle retails at $85.
Okay.
From the vineyard. Wow, really like the nose on there.
Yeah, it's really velvety. Like it's very soft.
A lot of that blackberry chocolate coming through.
Yeah, you can tell. Like it is not a light nose. It is intense. You're like almost scared to take a sip.
Oh, but I'm glad I did, and I'm glad I have one more bottle.
Oh yeah, like not.
The body is a little light.
Yeah, so it's lighter than I expected.
So the flavor fades a bit. You still get a little bit of a lasting note, but it does fade rather quickly.
Yeah, that chocolate lingers on the tongue though. It really does. This one is wow. That is a dark glass of wine. There is no light coming through that at all. It is.
This is one I'd really enjoy. I'm glad I have another bottle. So.
Yeah, this is nice. This is very good. I'm glad you brought it over. You can have the gin. I'll keep whatever's left of this after the.
There will be nothing left
probably
of
not.
That.
That's true. No. So what winery was this from?
It's from Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. Not that Chris Pratt.
It's from Saint Helena.
Washington.
No, Saint Helena in which is part of Napa.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. It's actually
You said Napa. That's
yeah. It's actually right, really near the winery that I belong to, Maryvale.
Oh, okay.
It's in the Saint Helena as well.
Okay. Well, no, this is very nice. This is an enjoyable glass. Um, this like makes me want to like sit by a blazing uh, chimney. What
Or
are the things?
fire
Fireplace
fireplace
with a chimney.
with the chimney. Because a fireplace without a chimney
I don't do words good.
would not be good.
No, no.
Because then you just get smoke all over the place.
Yeah. So yeah, like I want to sit in like one of those like tall, fancy chairs with the wings.
I want a fancy chair.
Me too. I had a fancy chair. My wife made me get rid of it
Why?
because I don't get I don't get input on design decisions most of the time.
You could have put it in my place.
Well, by the time you moved down here, I had already had to get rid of him. So by the time I moved down here, I had to get rid of him. But anyway,
Whatever.
all right. So, hey Brad, what's interesting in your life?
I'm legally obligated to just say Kirsten. Kirsten is the only interesting thing in my life right now.
I'm glad you learned to
Yes.
check with Kirsten when you're inviting me on your date nights.
Oh, I do know I am not allowed to call her Kirsten.
Oh, well, that's good.
Kirsten is a no-no. Kirsten.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah.
If you want to get on her bad
because
side.
isn't that like her cousin's name or something?
No, it's it. She has a family member that calls her that,
Oh, okay.
but it's not her name.
I see.
That's the key thing.
Okay. Well, I forgot to mention this on the last episode that we did recently, but I'm going to Disneyland.
Woo!
Yeah, my wife is participating in a half marathon. I am not.
Good for you.
But I'm going to Disneyland with my wife and my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law and a friend, and yeah,
That'll be fun.
we had dinner reservations. My wife told me I had to cancel them
Why?
because that's what I wanted to do. I don't know, man. No, like I think it's like they just wanted the flexibility of just going wherever they wanted.
So you have zero say.
That's how it usually goes. Well, like to be fair, Jamie and I have been to Disneyland. The other people have not. So like we're giving them a little more leeway.
I got it.
But I have a feeling I may just decide Daniel's going to make a reservation for Daniel and go to dinner on my own. So, but anyway, yeah, that's all that's interesting in my life.
Where was the reservation to?
A place called Lamplight Lounge. So
Okay.
if you don't know this, I'm a big fan of the Pixar aliens from Toy Story.
Okay.
Ooh, the claw.
Yeah.
But that's like my favorite Pixar character. And so the Lamplight Lounge is the Pixar Lamplight. It's all about it. And the first time we ever went to Disneyland, Jamie and I stopped in there. And they had these cute little coasters with a drawing of the aliens. It's just a nice place. It's a nice place overlooking the water. Just a good place to have a cocktail and a nice meal. So I wanted to go back, but I do, when you're traveling with a group, you gotta give people some flexibility to do their own thing. And since we had already been, we decided to
Yeah.
I was told to decide to cancel a reservation. So. But team player, yay!
Yay!
All right, Brad, is it my topic or your topic?
It's your topic.
My topic. The topic this week is top romantic movies. Have you ever just curled up and Netflixed and chilled? And I know what that means. I do. But like romantic movies, like it's an old thing. Like they've been around forever. Like that's been a thing probably since the beginning of film. And
well, that before that, you had the plays. Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah. So like it goes way back. And a good romantic movie, it hits you right in the feels and brings you together. You can get a little close, but also it just sometimes it can kind of twist you. It can get in your mind and like make you think love's supposed to look a certain way when that's not really how love looks most of the time. But yeah, so let's dive right in. I'm gonna dive right in and I'm gonna go first. My favorite romantic movie comes from an era when this couple was the couple in romantic film.
Turner and Hooch.
Yes, yes. Actually, you're close. Halfway there. Um, Early '90s romance rom com. Name that couple, Brad. Who's the couple that like the iconic early '90s rom com couple?
I'm I'm gonna say it's uh Julia and Gare.
Well, I went with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan,
Oh, okay.
which you're not wrong.
They
But
were in two movies together.
yeah.
Two or no,
Wait.
three.
Oh, they were in all kinds. Like
I forgot about the versus the volcano one.
yeah, but Sleepless in Seattle is a film that I just absolutely love. My dad loved it. The soundtrack is incredible, and basically the plot of this is, um, this guy who's an architect moves to Seattle. He's got his son and his wife. He's a widower, and he actually calls in. No, the son calls into a radio show, saying, "Hey, I need you to help my dad. He's sad, you know." And there's a whole thing, but like basically, he and Meg Ryan end up together. It's just beautifully written, beautifully directed. It's funny. It's sad. It's got Rosie O'Donnell in it. It's got quite a few people you would recognize, but it's just an all around feel good movie, like many of the Meg Ryan Tom Hanks rom coms were. Um, but apparently, it was inspired by an affair to remember, the 1957, which is also
Okay.
probably would have fallen on this list for many people, but I've never seen it. They actually kind of make fun of romantic movies at one point during this movie. Which is kind of cool. Um, but apparently, most of the scenes, because the whole idea is this couple comes together from across the country. Most of the scenes were filmed separately. There are actually very few scenes with both Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan together, but it was a
That's
massive
wild.
success. Grossed over $227 million,
Hmm.
which now is like the whatever, but back then was a big deal. And honestly, if you ever just want to like a chill, cute, fun, relaxing soundtrack, download the Sleepless in Seattle soundtrack. Good songs like "Wink and a Smile." Just it's just a like a jazzy, nice evening of music. So yeah, so that's my first romantic movie. Brad, what you got?
You know what? I had my list over here, and I'm gonna go a little out of order, but I'm gonna pick Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Okay,
So that one, it stars Jim Carrey, um, and it's basically I'm reading it as Joel Barish discovers that his estranged girlfriend has undergone a procedure to have her memories of him erased. So, heartbroken, he decides to undergo the same procedure. In preparation, he records a tape recounting his memories of their volatile relationship. And it's really interesting on that he starts with the procedure, he's re experiencing the memories in reverse order. Not to spoil, but at the end of the movie, then you have the feeling that they might end up together again
okay.
because they both meet each other again for the first time. But it's wild how you could be so distraught about the relationship that you want all of your memories wiped. But I mean it's sweet but heartbreaking,
Yeah,
and I think that ultimately we are who we are because of what we've done or who we've been with.
yeah, I can see that. I've wanted to watch that movie several times and just never got around to
You
it.
absolutely should. It's an
I've
amazing
heard it's
movie.
really good.
It's
I've
an
heard it's
amazing movie.
so. My next film, not really one most people would categorize as romantic, but I think it's romantic in the sense that like you have an individual who feels a very deep affection. It is not a what we think of as romantic affiliation, but it is in terms of intensity.
This is Jaws.
John Wick. That guy loved that fucking
He
dog.
did love the dog.
He loved that
Yeah,
dog and
but I wouldn't.
proceeds to retaliate in spectacular fashion against the person who hurt his dog or killed his dog and anyone who had anything to do with anything related to it. Uh,
God.
yeah, John Wick. It is probably one of my favorite movies in general. But and actually the whole series is pretty good. I haven't seen there's like a new spin-off series apparently.
Oh yeah, there is. I haven't seen
But I haven't seen that. But some notes. Apparently, like Keanu Reeves was like on the outs, like he was like kind of on the downswing, and then this movie like brought him back. The Beagle, the actual name of the Beagle was Daisy.
Okay.
The dog's name was Daisy, and I actually like I said, I tell people all the time it's a love story.
All right. Well, my next one is an actual love story, and it's no surprise to anyone that's listened and watched this before that this is one of my all-time favorite movies. One that I've watched over and over and over and over and over again.
Cinderella.
Groundhog Day.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Groundhog Day. This guy cared for her so much that he spent what could have been 1,000 years bettering himself.
Yeah.
And I just remember that there's that one line that goes to something of like, no matter what happens, um, you know, tomorrow or for the rest of time, I'm happy right now.
Yeah. Like it's kind of funny. Like that didn't jump into my mind when I started thinking about romantic movies because Bill Murray, like, he's just not like the romantic type
No.
when you think about him. But that's a good choice, Brad.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good pick.
I know.
So you mentioned this in your intro, and I'm gonna use it because whether you liked it or not, it has it really was a spectacle of epic proportions and has been commented upon in so many films and has such a big influence. I'm gonna go with Titanic, 1997. Got Leo in it.
I've never actually seen the movie.
Are you kidding me?
Never seen the movie.
You weren't in the like I saw it 18 times.
Nope, never seen the movie.
It's actually a good movie. Like
I mean, I know how it ends.
Well, yeah. But it's actually like pretty well written, pretty good like special effects for its time. Got a lot of action. The acting is I like Leonardo DiCaprio. He's got a lot of range, but he was pretty young back then.
Yeah.
You watch it now and you're like, whoa, he was a baby, just a baby.
And he still likes women of that age.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, like it. So if you haven't seen Titanic, it is an interesting film, and you've probably heard references to it.
Oh, sure.
In many other films, but apparently, the film won 11 Oscars, tying Ben-Hur, which I've never seen, for the most wins. But interestingly, you know who Kate Winslet nearly lost the role to?
Who?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Really?
Right? Like that would have been a very different film.
Yeah, it would
like
have been.
Kind of disturbingly different.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah, I thought that was really interesting. But yeah, Titanic. It's a good love story, but it's also just like a good action-filled flick.
So I've got next a movie that it's a great movie. It's a fun movie. It's, as you said before, it's very well quoted, but I think it's also a very unrealistic movie and something that today you'd go, there's no fucking way this is happening.
Okay.
Pretty Woman.
Yeah, that was actually next on my list as well.
I mean, that one scene where she walks into the shop and she goes, "Oh, you remember I was here yesterday? Oh, yes." Big mistake. Huge.
But you know what? That kind of thing where they shut you out, it does still happen.
No, like, that happens. But I'm the whole thing about the prostitute. You know,
Yeah, that I mean the whole thing was kind of far fetched, but it was a good movie. Like Richard Gere, like
Yeah.
star performance. Was that her first big like role? I mean, I know it's one of her better
I
known
can
ones.
find
Joy,
out.
but yeah, even the co-star, the other girl that played the roommate was really good. The other prostitute was really good in it. Like she had a side role, but
Yeah. So her first major breakthrough was Steel Magnolias.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then she also did Mystic Pizza. So Mystic Pizza, 98. Steel Magnolias, 99. I mean, 80, 88, 89, and then Pretty Woman was 1990.
Okay. Did you know that apparently the original script was a darker film focusing more on drug addiction?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So and who's Ralph Bellamy? Apparently it was his last film appearance.
Ralph Bell is, wait,
Yeah, I don't know.
he's an African American actor. Uh,
I googled interesting trivia about all these films. So
oh, no, he's not.
oh,
Oh, he's that guy. Oh, I was thinking
he's the guy from
from,
Trading Spaces.
yes, not
Or Trading
Trading
Places.
Places.
Yeah, Trading
Yeah, I
Spaces
was
is
thinking
the
of Bill Bellamy,
yeah. So yeah, cool.
who's a singer. That was
Well,
his last movie. Wow. Okay.
so this next one, I think I've actually only seen it once, but I feel like it's worthwhile to mention, and I think this is probably one of the biggest, maybe not my favorite, but the biggest uh, romantic films of all time because of the song, "The Bodyguard,"
Okay.
with
I did have that on my list
Whitney
as well.
Houston
Yeah.
and the Costner and like
Yeah.
like they he's trying to protect her. She's a big star. He's got a stalker, and that song, "I Will Always Love
And
You." I mean, to this day,
I
yeah, don't do that.
will always love you.
But seriously, like to this day, that song is a massive hit, and no one will ever be able to do it as well as Whitney did it. I don't care who you are. I know that Dolly did it first, and I get it. But I'm sorry, Dolly. Like Whitney did it better, and I'm sorry if I've offended anybody by saying that. But
Dolly Parton's version was very good, though.
no, it was, but Whitney took it to the next level.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Um,
that's just like not to go off topic, but Aretha Franklin, you know, um, say a little prayer
yes,
was
yes.
Dionne Warwick recorded it first, uh, but Aretha's version,
But Dionne did a good job. She did a good job.
I didn't like Dionne's because Dionne's version was more staccato.
Yeah,
Was more the moment I wake up before I put on my makeup,
yeah, I can see that.
where Aretha's was more flowing.
Did you know that apparently The Bodyguard was originally written in the 70s for Steve McQueen?
I did not know that.
Yeah, interesting bit of trivia.
All right.
So, what you got, Brad?
So my next one, let's see, from you know what? I will go with once again a movie I've mentioned before, Defending Your Life.
Haven't seen this one.
You have not. You got to go see it.
Look, man, I'm a busy guy.
You've got to go see it. It's one of those movies where I have to watch it probably once a year or so.
Okay.
So it stars Albert Brooks and Meryl Streep.
I do like Meryl Streep.
So what happens is in the movie, Albert Brooks' character, this is dating it. He just got for his birthday a CD player in his car.
okay.
So he's driving, talking to someone on this big cellular
The
phone,
brick phone, yeah.
and all of a sudden the CD's fallen. He's reaching for it, ends up getting hit by a car and dies. He ends up in what's basically like purgatory. Rip Torn plays this guy who's defending him. So what happens is when you pass on, you are given a certain amount of days of your life that you've got to defend.
Oh.
So the worse person you are, the more days that you have to defend.
Okay.
So, but there's really great things about, like you go to these restaurants and it's all you can eat. There's no bill because I mean it's the afterlife. Um, there's like whenever he would go somewhere, he's like, "Well, what's good? Everything is good." You know, he's like, "This is the best pancake I've ever had in my life. This is the best steak I've ever. The sushi, well, everything." But there's one scene where he's in this sushi place and he's talking to this guy. This is an unkempt kind of looking individual, and the guy says, "Oh, how many days are you looking at?" And I think he was like 5 days. And so he asks the guy, "How many days?" "Oh, like 9 days." And the guy this at the sushi bar, "Oh, 9 days. Oh." Apparently he was the guy that coined all nude.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So, but basically he ends up meeting Meryl Streep's character, who's been like a saint of a person. They travel all different places, and there's a past lives pavilion where you see Albert Brooks's character is a guy running away from a lion, whereas whereas Meryl Streep's character was Prince Valiant.
Mm.
Um, and they're two very different people that ultimately end up together. And I'm not going to spoil it. It's really a must see movie.
I'll have to get Jamie to watch that with me. Maybe
I'll watch it with you.
we'll have that's probably more likely than Jamie, since like we looked at it. Depending on whether Jamie goes on one of the trips we have planned, um, she will be either in town 10 days in February or 8 days in
Oh
February.
my god.
Yeah. So yeah. So my next one is probably on a number of lists for me. It's one of my favorite movies. It's one of my movies that if it's on TV, if I get to watch the last 5 minutes of it, I will watch it. It is The Princess Bride,
But that's on mine as
and
well.
it's based on a book, and the book follows the movie pretty well.
Except the book is a lot more verbose.
Yes, the book it does kind of ramble on.
They've got like it talks for like 10 pages on her packing her suitcase.
Yeah, it's very like it made me think of Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Yeah.
Oh my god, if you want to read about fish, that's the book for you, because the story is like 60% of the book. The rest of it's about fish. But anyway, Princess Bride, if you haven't seen it, basically you got this farmhand who loves this princess, and you got the Dread Pirate Roberts who's chasing the princess. You got the prince I mean, it's just adventure, action, love. There's all this kissing, ugh. And it's got
Swashbuckling.
Andre the Giant in it, in one of
Yeah.
his best roles, including wrestling. Um, Anybody want a peanut?
One thing to do if you want to just catch snippets too, go on YouTube and search for the reenactments, because during COVID, a lot of famous actors did reenactments of scenes.
Really?
Oh, weren't aware?
No.
Yeah. Oh,
I was busy floating in a swimming pool.
What's oh my god, what's that that intelligent comedian, um, not uh, not Walter, was it, Patton Oswalt.
Okay.
He did the scene. He played the Sicilian.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, Patton Oswalt played the Sicilian. But you had all these different actors doing that, and it was just so well done and so
Yeah.
much fun.
Well, like I said, that film, it's just a well written, well done film all around, and it's got some big stars. It's got like Billy Crystal and who was Billy Crystal's wife in there?
Carol Kane.
Yeah, like it's just a good film. Definitely worth a watch if you've never seen it. So, all right, Brad, what you got next?
You know what? I'm gonna throw this one out of left field. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
I'm not a fan. But
Really?
okay, I'll let you talk about this one. Not a fan.
So that one stars Kate Hudson and Matthew McConaughey. I just really enjoyed that one because she plays a reporter that she's going to do an article about how to lose a guy in 10 days. And he made a bet um, with his, I think, with his buddies about, I guess, having her fall in love with him or something like that. Um, and so he's trying to keep it going while she's trying to be so clingy that she's going to end it. And there's some really touching scenes where you have, like, he brings her home to his family and they're playing bullshit. And she finds out that she's the first one to ever be brought home.
Oh.
It was just a really fun movie.
The premise was good, and like it's not a bad movie. Like I'm like, it's alright. Like I mean, if it's on and somebody wants to watch it, I'll watch it. But it's not one of my go tos. Like, oh, I want to watch that.
Just the chemistry between the two.
They did have good chemistry.
Yeah,
I will agree with
was
that.
fantastic.
So, another movie, and it's really like one of those kind of. There are a few reasons I really like this movie. One, I love Patrick Swayze. Just love Patrick Swayze. And I also think it's got one of the sexiest scenes ever. Ghost.
You're talking about
The pottery scene with
yeah.
Ghost. I mean, come on. Like it's like a murder mystery kind of. So it's kind of a weird romantic movie, but there's definitely romance involved. But that pottery wheel scene is really sexy.
Kind of...
Like like I mean it's a turn on. Had Whoopi Goldberg in it, and I didn't realize she won an Oscar for it.
Yep.
For that, it also won Best Screenplay. It's a really good movie. Apparently, Nicole Kidman was considered for the role of Demi Moore.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like I said, Ghost. Like I said, Patrick Swayze, man, like Roadhouse, and like he's just a good actor, and so I like his style, and I thought that was definitely one of my top 10.
Well, I'm gonna trump you by Say Anything.
Okay.
So Say Anything, starring John Cusack, Ione Skye, which I want to say at that point in time she might have been dating um, Anthony Kiedis from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
But this is interesting. It's written and directed by Cameron Crowe.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So in this, you've got John Cusack's character, Lloyd Dobler, who he is basically into kickboxing.
Mm-hmm.
And while he starts dating uh, Diane Court, who her father, she's won all these scholarships. She's going to be traveling to England to go to school, and her father is the kind of who's no one's good enough for my daughter. Definitely not this schmuck. He tries to give him a pen to just go away, an expensive pen. But he's pretty much a dick. But they end up finding out that that her father has been cheating because he owns a bunch of nursing homes, and so he's been cheating the people out of their money and such. But it's just one of those stories of where the good guy gets the girl.
Yeah.
And there's that really iconic scene where he's holding
with the stereo, the boombox.
Yeah, the boombox above, and it's playing "In Your Eyes" by Peter Gabriel, which I believe I said on an earlier episode of ours that he was not originally playing that. Like that was overdubbed, but it was actually a Fishbone song that was played. And I think I can find that out real quick.
You're going to see Fishbone soon, aren't you?
I'm going to see him beginning of May over in Orlando. I'm taking Kirsten to go see him. We got the VIP experience, which is going to involve karaoke with the band.
Amazing.
So that's going to be an amazing experience.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail you there.
No, that's okay. So Fishbone's music was heavily involved with on-set song, often cited as "Bonin' in the Boneyard" or "Turn the Other Way," and their song "Skankin' to the Beat" actually appeared on the official soundtrack.
Interesting.
This is what happens when you do 2 episodes back to back. We had the
Yeah, this was a
gin, and
great
now,
idea.
yeah. Uh, I think that was your idea.
Probably.
Yeah. So, but just a fantastic movie. Some great scenes.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That the thing is, I've only seen that one like twice, so it wasn't like it didn't make my top. I don't know why. It just But one of my favorite movies, and this is kind of a off movie that most people don't know about, because it's from 1959.
Oh
But
goodness.
Pillow Talk. It's got Rock
Okay.
Hudson and Doris Day in it, and apparently I guess I thought Rock Hudson and Doris Day were in a lot more movies, but apparently they were only three.
Okay.
Rock Hudson, one of the now famously gay actors, um, but really just a sexy man, sexy man. And Doris Day was gorgeous. But Pillow Talk was about this uh, this woman, this man. They had back in the day, you didn't have a phone number. Well, you had a phone number, but like they had what called party line. So you kind of shared a phone number with other people, and you kind of had to manage your time. Well, Rock Hudson's this like playboy who's always entertaining women, and Doris Day is just this like trying to woman out on her own, trying to get her life together. And it's just they just do such a good job. They interacted so well. It apparently won the best Oscar or won the Oscar for best original screenplay.
Okay.
So another fantastic film, beautifully directed, beautifully filmed. Um, it interesting comparison. It was a major hit, but it only grossed $18.7 million, which today would be a complete failure. But in 1959, that was a big deal. But apparently, they originally wanted. Nope, that's a different movie. Never mind. But just a good movie. You should watch it. I highly recommend it.
All right. Um. Next, if I say this one line, you will be able to tell me what
Okay.
the movie is. Show me the money.
Show me the money. Yes, Jerry Maguire.
Exactly. So, starring Tom Cruise, Cuba Gooding Jr.
I like to air
Um,
dry.
um, um, and then, oh my God, what is her name right now?
Renee
Renee
Zellweger.
Zellweger.
Yeah.
Um, just a fun movie about you know him believing in himself to go ahead and start his own agency with his one client, um, and then him bringing her along, believing in him so much, and then they develop a relationship. Her son loves him, and then finding out it's not working, but then ultimately realizing that he absolutely loves her and needs to do whatever he can to win her back.
I will say, like, I forget what he called it. It wasn't a mission statement, or was it a mission statement?
No, I think he did say it was a mission
Like,
statement.
I will say, like, that movie. Every once in a while, like, I have this moment where I wanna write a mission statement, and then I'm like, no, I don't want to get fired like Jerry. So yeah, but no, fantastic movie. I love that movie. I didn't think it was my favorite in terms of romantic movies, but like definitely worth making the list, I think.
So the
Was it a mission
it
statement?
was a mission statement. Oh
Okay.
my God!
You actually
Holy
have Jerry's mission statement?
yes,
Wow.
it's really
I want to
it's
read
really
that.
long.
Well, yeah, it's a mission statement.
Holy crap! Look
Yeah,
how
like
long.
look, we got to yeah. I want to read that. That's exciting.
That the very end is pretty cool. Um, like the last 2 paragraphs is a life is not worth living if you're sleepwalking through it, because that is what feels like death. That is what causes athletes to, out of despair, get drunk and wrap their cars around a pole, or lash out at someone they love, or that is what might have caused Mimi to careen into another car in oncoming lane of traffic. It is the feeling of sleepwalking, of others living life around you, keeping their fists tightly wound around whatever dollars they can muster, caring little more than nothing about those around you. We cannot sleepwalk. We cannot just survive. anything goes. We can take control of our lives. We can quit sleepwalking. We can say right now, these are our lives. It is time to start living. It is time to not second guess, to move forward, to make mistakes if we have to, but to do with it with a greater good in mind. Let us start a revolution. Let us start a revolution that is not just about basketball shoes or official licensed merchandise. I am prepared to die for something. I am prepared to live for our cause. The cause is caring about each other. The secret to this job is personal relationships.
I just want to point out to everyone who's listening that the only part of that that actually made it into the film is the secret to this job is personal relationships. Everything else, it was just
it was very long.
like
If
I'm surprised that it was actually a thing because
if
so little of it actually made it into the film.
if he had said the entire mission statement, that would have been like
An extra 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
not that long, but it would have been at least 5 to 7 minutes of him just reading that.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
it
no,
was long.
Good film though, and like now you got me curious. I can't wait to read that. But yeah, every once in a while I get this moment where I'm like, I'm gonna write a mission statement. Sometimes I even write the message, and I'm like, yeah, I don't need to send this out. Good way to be unemployed. But and I don't have Renee Zellweger following me out of the office with the goldfish.
You could.
So my next movie is another. It was actually a movie that's been made twice, as far as I know. Might have been made again, but I actually prefer the remake because I really like Harrison Ford. It's called Sabrina.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Sabrina is basically you have this very wealthy family, this fabulously wealthy family, and you have a chauffeur who has a daughter named Sabrina, and you have this kind of cruel son of this family, this wealthy family, who falls in love with her through a number of things. But it's a really wonderful movie, and actually both are great. I like the newer version better with Julia Ormond, but the older version has Audrey Hepburn, so can't go wrong there. But it's just a really delightful, beautiful, well done movie. Greg Kinnear is in the new one alongside. He's one of the other brothers. He actually had a lot of stars in both films.
I think I did watch that, but it's been such a long time.
But Julia Ormond has never been so gorgeous as she was in that 1995 version. She just everything about her is just classy and wonderful. So, yeah. All right, what you got, Brad?
Excuse what we have not said. Oh, classic, the ultimate rom-com.
Oh,
When Harry Met Sally.
I've never seen it. Never actually seen it.
You've got to be lying.
I've never actually seen it. Like I know like the moment in the deli. I know
because we talked about that
right
before. That's actually Rob Reiner's mother.
But I've just never seen it. Like
why not?
I don't know. It's just not like no reason.
It's a great movie.
Just I don't know. Like, it's just one of those things. I never it never was on back in the day when you had to like happen upon a movie. It's probably streaming somewhere right now, but
it's probably streaming every point in time.
But yeah, never seen it.
Oh my freaking god! Meg Ryan, Billy Crystal, Carrie Fisher. So
I understand the gravity of the film.
Bruno Kirby plays Billy Crystal's best friend. So Bruno Kirby's character ends up with Carrie Fisher's character. Bruno Kirby plays a kind of almost like a George character from Seinfeld.
So I'm sold on the film. It's just the opportunity has not presented
You need
itself.
to make the time.
I don't know. I do kind of want to see, speaking of films that I will make the time for, I do kind of want to see, like, they're apparently redoing Wuthering Heights.
Really?
As a film?
You can probably watch that with Kirsten.
All right. Yeah, I'll gladly take your girlfriend on a date, Brad. Maybe when Jamie's out of town for Valentine's Day, I'll take her on a date.
Oh my god!
While you're working.
Yeah, fine.
Tell Kirsten to come to town so I can take her on a date for Valentine's Day.
Oh, I will tell her.
You can tell her after the show.
I'll just text her right now.
So my next film it's a classic, and I love watching it, and I can't actually pinpoint why other than Audrey Hepburn is just so damn sexy. Breakfast at Tiffany's. You have this. It's a weird film.
Yeah.
It's a Truman Capote story, just absolutely bizarre. You have this like socialite who's like clearly has no income whatsoever, but somehow just like squeaks along. You have the highly offensive Mickey Rooney portrayal of Mr. Uniyoshi, which look, like I'm white and I'm offended. Like it's so inappropriate, but it just works. And you have the song Moon River, which is just really well done. I did learn that Truman Capote apparently wanted to cast Marilyn Monroe for that role,
Okay.
which I actually just don't think would have worked right. I think they made the right call. But Breakfast at Tiffany's, it's a classic. You also have the classic 90s song.
Well, I said
And I said, what
uh,
about Breakfast at Tiffany's? Anyway, sorry.
that's really
Um,
bad.
I know I'm a terrible singer, but like I said, it's definitely a romantic story that I think stands the test of time. Brad, you got anything else?
I do.
What you
So this is a more recent movie. It's a 2020 movie.
got? Ooh,
Um, Palm Springs.
I got nothing.
You can see that on Hulu or Disney.
Okay.
It stars oh my god, I'm blink blank blanking. Andy Samberg with Kristen Milioti. So it basically they find themselves in a time loop, and so you end up finding out in the time loop as well is now I'm blinking out on. I know it's a famous. Oh, J.K. Simmons. Um, but it's hilarious because when he discovers that he's in a time loop, it like in the original first day, I think it's his girlfriend or something broke up with him, or she's cheating on him. So as it goes by, he's like, yeah, I know you're cheating on me. See ya, bye.
Yeah, cool. We're done.
Yeah. But it's just a fun movie on how they deal with that Groundhog Day kind of
Okay.
effect.
Yeah. Yeah, I have nothing to say about that because I haven't seen it. But I only have two more.
Okay.
I have this one's kind of weird because it's kind of cheating because it's a play, but I really liked Baz Luhrmann's 1996 Romeo and Juliet. Like it was a very modern take on Romeo and
There's been
Juliet.
so many remakes of
Yeah,
Romeo and Juliet.
but like that one, actually I think it had Leo in it. Now that I think about it, but like it was just really well done. Instead of swords, they had guns and things like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, like I thought that it was very well done. Great soundtrack. Like sometimes a soundtrack can make a movie. And of course, I was in high school at the time, and that soundtrack was on just repeat all day long. Had the CD. Did not get in a car accident about it, but yeah, Baz Luhrmann did a great job on that film. I thought it was wonderful, and stayed true enough to the original that it made it worth watching.
Okay.
So I like a good like modern take on something old. So
Well, speaking of which, I thought I had added this movie, but apparently I hadn't. So, Roxanne.
haven't seen that one either.
Oh my God, it's Steve Martin and Daryl Hannah.
Okay.
It's a remaking of Cyrano de Bergerac.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Steve Martin is this extraordinarily charming guy with this huge nose, and ends up he works at the fire station, and there's this firefighter that Daryl Hannah loves the looks of, and so Steve Martin's character ends up being his voice to help attract her.
Okay.
But spoiler alert: in the end, she ends up with him because she loves who he is.
All right. Well, my last one is another Baz Luhrmann film, and this one's very musically focused. This one actually is a musical, but I thought it was really, really well directed and well done. It was Moulin Rouge. Uh,
So I had that on the list of big romantic movies I haven't seen.
yeah, so I highly recommend it. It is a musical.
I don't want to have to listen to that version of Lady Marmalade. I like the
Yeah,
original version
yeah, but like
much
there
more.
are a lot of really good covers of some other songs that I think make it worth, and they work it into the show, like the movie,
Yeah.
really well. Um, Lots of good pop songs are worked into it that it just makes it a lot of fun, and apparently it was nominated for 8 Oscars, which I didn't know that. Nicole Kidman does a great job. I forget her co-star, handsome guy, whatever his name is.
Brad.
Yeah, Brad. It
Yeah.
was Brad. Brad was in it. But yeah, apparently Nicole Kidman fractured 2 ribs during the filming of that
Holy
movie.
crap.
Yeah, not sure how, but yeah, it's a intense drama. Like there are some really intense moments. It had John Leguizamo in it. Like,
Okay.
yeah, good movie. Moulin Rouge. I highly recommend.
I've got a few more. I'm going to list them and we can talk about them.
Okay.
The 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. There's something about Mary.
Yes, that was good. You know another one? 50 First Dates with Adam
Yes.
Sandler.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Gross Point Blank.
Haven't seen it. I know. I'm supposed to see
John
it.
Cusack.
I know. Like
So he
it's
plays.
on the list.
So he plays an assassin, and Dan Aykroyd is in the movie as well. So he plays an assassin that decides he's gonna go to his high school reunion. He's kind of forced to go there by his assistant, who's played by his real life sister, Joan Cusack.
Yeah.
And because I love when they're both acting
They
together
they
because
do well
they're
together.
fantastic. So he ends up going to his high school reunion. His old high school girlfriend is a DJ basically. That's played by, I'm trying to remember her name right now. Um, but she was also the love interest um, on the Affleck Damon breakout movie. Um,
Chasing Amy.
that wasn't their breakout movie. Um,
What was their
it's
breakout movie?
Mini Driver.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah. The one that they wrote. That was their
Yeah.
breakout movie.
Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So um, he ends up he ends up rekindling the romance because he ended up uh, leaving town, like didn't even make it to the graduation, just bolted. No one knew where he went. So at this point in time, you have assassins trying to kill him. He's he's supposed to be doing one last job and finds out that, spoiler alert, it's her father. And so he
Oh.
ends up turning a leaf and trying to save him. It's just a fantastic, it's a fun action packed show.
It's another one of those things that's just like if I just keep waiting for it to like pop up in my feed.
You
Like
you just you
remember
have
when
to
you
just go
remember
watch
when
it.
you had the
Yeah.
guide that would like you had to go to
Yeah.
channel 3 and it would just scroll through and you'd be like, "Oh, it's coming on in
Yeah.
15 minutes. I got to be back." So like I keep waiting on the guide to tell me like, "Oh, you should watch this
Yeah.
movie." So,
I also have Stranger Than Fiction, which
oh, with
is
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
I forget that that's a romantic
That's
movie.
a great movie.
Yeah. Another good one, Notting Hill
Okay.
with
With Hugh.
Julia Roberts and Hugh Grant. Yeah,
Yeah.
good one.
The Wedding Singer.
All right. I mean,
That's
like,
a great movie.
don't get me wrong. I love The Wedding Singer, but like, do I think it's a great romantic movie? I mean,
It is a great romantic movie.
I mean, it's great and it's romantic, but I don't think it's a great romantic movie.
It is a great romantic.
Fine.
It's a romantic comedy. It's a
I
great
mean, like
romantic
I said,
comedy.
I get what you're saying, but I don't think it's like the greatest of romantic movies.
It did it make you smile?
It did.
Okay, then
All
it did
right.
its job. I
Uh,
mean, you had John Lovitz playing that horrible
Yes.
DJ, whatever. Um, And then just I love at the end with Billy Idol, which, here's a fun fact. I always thought that that was some person pretending to be Billy Idol.
No.
No, that was actually Billy
Yeah.
Idol. Um, and then Hitch.
Oh, is that the one with Will Smith?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
That one's about a guy who his job is to make guys desirable, to show them what they should say or do in order to attract women.
Yeah, that was a good one. So I wasn't gonna mention this,
Oh God.
but I feel like I have to. Ugh, the Notebook. I mean, the thing is, like, the film was fine, but like Nicholas Sparks made that good. Like there was a period where if you were reading a romantic book, you were reading Nicholas Sparks,
Right.
and that book was good. Okay, like
Yeah.
not even my genre, and I can objectively say, good book. So like the film, I was like, all right, yeah, like I'm
Yeah.
So like I mean, yes, very romantic. Not really my thing, but I will admit it's deeply romantic.
Now, two other movies that I have on my list that are well renowned, great romantic movies that I have not seen. Star is Born.
So I actually have read like because in my research for this was like, are there movies that I'm not thinking about?
Yeah.
And actually, the original Star is Born and the more recent one both came up as
Yeah.
like really good.
And Casablanca.
Yeah, like I've watched Casablanca,
Yeah.
and like I just don't think it's as good as everybody thinks it is. Like I'm not a Casablanca guy. Like I get why people think it is.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, good episode. You got another Reddit thing, or
I do.
Are we out of time?
No, I've got another one.
All right.
Yeah, not another one for this episode.
Wait, did we already do one this time?
No, we did
Okay.
one. We did one.
Yeah.
The last one that we recorded an hour ago.
Yeah.
So this is rather long. Am I the asshole for distancing myself from my best friend while she's trauma bonded to a toxic boyfriend? For context, I, 23 female, have been best friends with Bestie, 21 female, for over 10 years. We're inseparable and share similar morals, viewpoints, and expectations of friendship, which is why we've stayed close despite this ongoing issue. She has a long history of boy relationship problems. For years, her dating experience consisted of being led on, treated like she wasn't good enough to be seen with publicly, and never being in an actual relationship until recently. I've had my own relationship issues, but I see them as different since I was in a committed relationships, while hers were more flings. She always used to say things like, I could never, or I learned my lesson after watching what you went through. Fast forward to now, her first real relationship, and she clearly didn't learn anything. She's currently in what I consider a toxic relationship. I don't know all the details, and that's fine, it's her business. But from the very beginnings, it's been nothing but red flags. They started dating 2 days after their first date. He immediately love bombed her and started acting possessive over her and her things. This was right after she got out of a year-long relationship she didn't even care much about. I warned her not to rush it and told her that if they were already having problems this early, it would never stop. The problems included things like going through her phone while she was sleeping, screaming matches, and ignoring her needs and wants. I've always been very blunt with her and have had since she started dating. If she's not going to leave, um, if she's not going to leave him and he's not going to change, I don't want to hear about the problems. Obviously, I still want my best friend to confide in me, but it's become exhausting. She constantly complains about how thoughtless he is. Example, they started dating, then 2 months later it was his birthday, and a month after that was Christmas. She got him the only thing he asked for. He got nothing. She got nothing for Christmas. It turned into a huge argument. His response, well, you didn't get me anything for my birthday. I paid for myself to go out to eat. For context, he invited his mother to their birthday dinner and paid before Bestie even had a chance to offer. Since then, it's been the same type of complaints over and over. He also has unresolved trauma from his ex that she uses to justify his behavior. I've repeatedly told her I don't want to hear about this if she's staying with him. Every time she defends him and says he does put her needs first, which directly contradicts everything she tells me. For instance, she mentioned a specific item for months before Christmas. He got her nothing. After the argument, he turns around and buys her something insignificant she mentioned for a week. I told her straight up that these are narcissistic, abusive tactics and that he's essentially fucking crazy. I want to be clear that I don't consider her male centered. She's smart, self aware, and knows better. The issue is that when it comes to men and relationships, she completely turns a blind eye to things she would immediately clock if it were happening to anyone else. That's what's been so hard for me to watch. Uh, she's very similar to me. I know she sees the red flags. I know she recognizes them. She's just refusing to acknowledge them because she's trauma bonded. I've already started distancing myself. I'm in my own relationship. I believe in energy transference, and I don't want that kind of dynamic around me or my relationship. The only reason I'm coming to Reddit is because I genuinely don't know what the right move is. Part of me feels like I should stay close in case this turns more abusive and she needs support. The other part of me knows that constantly being exposed to the situation is affecting my own mental health, my relationship, and sense of safety and sanity. Would I be the asshole for telling her to stop talking to me about him completely and continuing to distance myself until they break up? Whoa.
I want to hear your thoughts on this one, Brad.
It's I, this is difficult. Um, I'd want to help my friend, but I need to make sure that I'm not doing it at the expense of my own sanity. Um, so the I'd want to express to her. I'd want to have a discussion with her about what she feels about her relationship. What are the positives? What are the negatives? And how overall is that being in the relationship a positive net or a positive, uh, negative,
And why?
And why?
Yeah.
But because ultimately, I'd want to support her, but I can't be so invested in that relationship that it's affecting me negatively.
So I can empathize with the writer here and say like the dude's a tool.
Mm-hmm.
He's a piece of shit. Like he's clearly manipulative. But I don't know that I think anything that she has described explicitly in my mind reaches the level of abuse. So like I think she's being a little dramatic. I actually
Yeah.
kind of do think alienating your friend just because you don't like their significant other, figure it out.
I think it's a bit. I think it's a bit narcissistic.
Yeah.
But it's not to the level that I've seen.
I mean, have the conversation,
Right.
but and again, I think it's fair to say, hey, I've made it clear I don't like the guy. I really don't want to talk about him. We can hang out. We can talk about other things. Now, as far as like not hanging out with them, no, that like you don't want to cut off your friend over something stupid. But you can say like, I just don't want to talk about him. I don't think he treats you right. It's not fair. Keep driving that home because
Right.
people need to hear that. I think, and this is maybe patronizing or whatever, but like I think unfortunately a lot of women culturally in America are taught that like getting any man is the best you can do. Like this is why like the unemployed dipshit who like wears his pants around his knees and has no money and mooches off of you seems like the guy you should have a baby with.
That
Like
reminds me of the movie Idiocracy.
right, like this, yeah, it's
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah.
idiocracy. Like I feel like we teach, unfortunately, our women that like their goal should be getting a man, and so when you get a man, you should keep them, even if they're a piece of shit.
So maybe the thing is really honestly is to ask them to spend more time together
Right,
as couples to call him out on his shit if he
right.
says
Like
so.
be that blunt friend
Yeah.
who's like, hey, yeah, let's go on a double date. And when he starts acting like an asshole, be like, what the fuck? What's wrong with you?
Right.
Because your partner is going to get into it.
Yeah.
And like sometimes strength in numbers is the answer. I get the fear of like, what if it gets worse? But again, at some point you have to say like I can't be around this because you are actively participating in abuse. Call me when you need help. I will help you. But nothing about that person's relationship that this speaker described reaches that level. It sounds like this person just doesn't want to deal with it, and alienating your friend over it, eh, you know, we're always going to have something we don't like about our friends' partners.
Yep.
So that's my 2 cents.
All right.
All right.
So,
Well, Brad, this was a fantastic
yep.
wine. You
I
did a
really,
good job.
I know. I usually do.
Chris Pratt, not
Yes.
that one.
No, the other one. So the next episode we're going to be talking about, since it's approaching March, we're going to be talking about luck, the concept of luck, and other superstitions.
I said, God damn, that's lucky. Sorry.
Okay.
Got to reference the wine. I'm staring at this.
Yes.
Like she's like, it's quite dramatic.
Yeah, you can keep the bottle.
No, I'm fine. But
So,
yeah, no, I think it'll be a fun conversation.
yeah, absolutely.
Luck, things we have very little of, apparently.
Well, you're not going to get lucky with me.
Not tonight.
Well, maybe tonight.
2 episodes, man. All right. Well, I think that's it.
You got to do the outro.
Oh, shit. Yeah. So we're on. We should not do 2 episodes in a night, man. This is ugly. Thank you for joining us. We really, if you're listening to us, we do value you. I can't say enough. Like, it's hard creating a podcast. It's hard doing a podcast between your time obligations and everything. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of energy. We have fun, but the listeners we have, we really value you. So if you're still with us at this point in this podcast, thank you. And please continue listening to us. We are on Apple podcasts, Spotify podcasts, and YouTube at Wine, Whiskey, and Words. We are on what social media are we on?
We're on Facebook.
Bookface.
Facebook and Instagram.
Bookface, Insta, whatever.
Which I need to post
and
more on
not X. But we have an email, winewhiskeyandword@gmail.com. And we just, like I said, I just want to say thank you for listening to us. We love you and we value you as listeners.
Yeah, I don't.
He's just here.
I'm just here.
He's just here
I'm
for
just
the wine.
here to drink. But no, I appreciate you listening. Please feel free to message us and let us know if there's any topics. I'm looking over here. Camera's right here. Let us know topics that you'd like us to discuss. Anything that interests you, we'll be happy to consider it.
We do like feedback. Just don't be a prick about it.
Yeah, don't be a dick.
So, yeah.
I'm talking to you.
All right. Use guys. All right. Thank you and cheers.
Thank you. Cheers. L'chaim.